Tyan, do you reckon Kugan's daughter has potential? Yeah, we'll have a look at her in a minute. We'll give her a little review. She's only young. She's only about 3, but we'll give her a little sexual review. Tyan, do you reckon Kugan's daughter has potential? Yeah, we'll have a look at her in a minute. We'll give her a little review. She's only young. She's only about 3, but we'll give her a little sexual review.
What's going on, people? It's your man, the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy, the big buff Donny. Where's for coming through and boosting the coin up, no doubt, by 100%. So, this guy, man, listen, you, man, anyone who follows my channel knows that I like to keep things, I'm not square in it. I'm not going to come on here and be super stiff and super square and give it the whole, I don't know. There's a whole bunch of channels who are squares. Listen, fair play to them, but listen, the point is, I'm all for edgy. This for me, too far. Like, not the kids one, man. Not 3-year-old as well. Like, come on now, listen. If we're talking 17, I ain't gonna lie to no one. Maybe not at my age at 29 yet, but if I was 20, 17 will be boom kind of thing. Everyone's there. but you know what I mean? Like, nah, this is mad. Children should be left where they are. Bottom line. Yeah, now listen. I'm not even justifying things, but I'm saying, like, if Kugan's daughter was 18, you know what I mean, or even 17, I'd say, listen, man, you know what I mean, those are the borders you can walk on, I feel. Come on now, man, we're talking preschool, and I have to say that, obviously, Tyrone has been kind of baited by his fans, but I've never seen anything like fair play to his fan base, yeah, but come on now, the fans are messy. Ty, do you reckon Kugan's daughter, like, who are these guys? What is this group? Do you know what I mean? It's a weird group. I gotta be real, yeah. I'm not saying my group's the most square, yeah, but come on now, we don't have none of this kind of business going on in the chat. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, we be taking the Michael out of AJ and his zesty activities in Dubai and whatever else, but they're grown men. Yeah, AJ know he getting paid to go over there and do a whole bunch of zesty things for the princes. They've been known that. You know what's there. So, end of the day, man, Kugan's daughter's beyond a child, and there's times and place for jokes. This ain't one of them, in my opinion. Now, Kugan's responded. It's actually made quite a big fuss as it happens. You can see here, absolute. Yeah, I can't say these words. I'm not even sure. My video might get got just by having, you know, all these algorithms are like now. They probably can read it. Well, I know they can read it. So yeah, it's probably peak for me right now. Anyway, why don't you call me and talk to me about my 2-year-old? Oh, she's 2 as well. Oh my god, this is, yeah, man. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it don't really matter. Do you know what I mean? It don't matter if she's 0 to 17 is what I'm. You know what I mean? One of them ones. 0 to 17, man. That's that. We call it 18. Listen, for legal purposes, let's call it 18. Do you know what I mean? But if it was 17, I probably wouldn't even do a video on it. End of the day, man. It's fair game. Yeah, it's only a joke. It's not like he's actually doing anything, but, well, I assume it. I don't even know what it is. I don't know what it is. Someone said the N-word genuinely live amongst us. I heard some questionable things before about Tyrone and his time in Sheffield, but intoxicated, 3-year-old children for his weird fan base. Yeah, I have to admit, man, the fan base, end of the day, man, the fan base is off key, ain't gonna lie to you. Like, coming through, again, we ain't square, yeah, but come on now, like, who's sitting there and thinking of these things? Who would sit there and think, yeah, ask him about Ebony Bridges. I don't know, you know, everyone's there who are out there. She's a grown woman and she's out there. She's got I don't know what she'd be doing on OnlyFans, but no, that got her flaps out on OnlyFans. Talk about that one. That makes sense. That's current kind of thing, relevant. What Donny is sitting there on a Thursday night thinking about Tyan? I want to know Tyan's opinion on Kugan's 2-year-old daughter. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people are super off key, man. And I'm not someone who's down for government, surveillance, but trust me, the government need to be surveilling certain individuals. I'm just going to call a spade here, man. These kind of, listen, if I was working for Scotland Yard, yeah, I'd have Tyan Booth's whole thing on lockdown, 100%. It's watching all the creepers in there. Because again, listen, there's if I do a live stream and it's popping, I don't know, maybe 800 people, yeah, I've never seen anything like this in there, not even once. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you reckon Kugan's daughter's got potential? Like, who doing them ones? But then again, we do know. Back in the 1980s or something, there was the PI organisation. It was the P Information Exchange, and they was a political organisation. They had all the conservatives, all the down low and what they call it, the down low and nefarious. To be fair, it's not just conservatives. All them political weirdos was down with it, pushing it. In fact, one of the women, there was a woman in it as well. Now, the PI exchange, or the P Information Exchange, I think it was just about older dudes who wanted to legalise doing weird stuff with youngers. Anyway, it came out, if you look into it, yeah, it came out, one of the women, who's a big dog in the Conservatives today, she was in there. It's all, I'm telling you, man, there's some weird things be going on this planet, for sure. Super weird. To even think in the I'm not sure, it was 70s or the 80s or the 90s, to even think there was literally a political movement for these kind of activities, we know it's going on. Meanwhile, the police be all in the video. You never hear about none of these ones, do you? You hear about, I'm not saying that narcotics should be proliferated, but as in terms of cost to society, yeah, people being violated in that way, that's, you know what I mean? Like, with all due respect, like, what people choose to do with their lives. If I want to put a whole bunch of blood up my nose, you know, I'm a grown man, that should be my right to do that. An old, weird politicante touching or trying to get involved and getting way too busy with his fingers where they ain't supposed to be. You know what I mean? That's not consensual. That's not someone making a choice. So why the Fed should have been focus on that first. Get rid, you know what I mean? Sort out all the weirdos, and then we'll worry about other things like narcotics. No, but that's how you know there's weird things going on, politically speaking. That's how I'm not going to say too much. Obviously, I'm too broke to have a big voice. Yeah, but it's obvious. It's obvious there's certain agendas that are being run because it don't make no sense. Anyway, the bottom line is, man, I mean, well, Tyrone was baited into this, but still, it was only, for me, yeah, if I get a $2 super chat and it's weird, I just leave it. You know, sometimes people send things through like, oh, YB, you know, ones that they're obviously trying to pie me or whatever. They just get left. Now, obviously, if you send big coins in, I'll read it out regardless. But little coins, I'm not going to pie myself online. My point is, yeah, there's a time and place. Now, if this was £1,000 or £100 super chat, I'd kind of get it why he felt obliged. But it makes me wonder, like, Tyan must have been begging to read this one out because it wasn't a financial incentive. He must have been just begging to put his 2 pennies in. Do you know what I'm saying? He could have read that and just left it as, oh, I ain't going to go there today. But he decided to go there. Yeah, I'm going to do a review. And then he's the one who actually brought in, oh, I'm going to do a review, but she's only 3 years old. Like, bro, just think about what you're saying. Joke or not, just think about it. And that's the other thing. There's a whole bunch of weirdos in the Twitter section saying, oh, it was clearly a joke. Like, nah, like, well, I don't know. Again, people would consider me edgy, yeah, but there's things that are clearly funny, and there's things that ain't. I just don't find this one funny at all. That's just me though. But obviously, there's a whole bunch of weirdos. I can't even see the context where it would be funny. I don't know. I haven't got kids yet, but I don't need to have kids to know that that's a no-no. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just doesn't, in my brain, yeah, it doesn't operate that way. I don't think, oh yeah, let's talk about, it just doesn't work that way. But again, we know in some people's heads, yeah, their heads do work that way. That's why they be doing mad things with their hands where they shouldn't be. Do you know what I mean? So, again, if there's any, what's the word? Any police donnies out there, man, this guy's chat is the place to be. For sure. You, man, need to be watermarking all these guys' IP addresses, man. Contact Google. Tell Google, listen, man, we got a Tyrone Boovier is essentially the plug for all the weirdos. I got to be honest here. That's what this confirms. Because he could have come out and said, listen, man. Or better yet, he could have just ignored it. He decided to bring it up on the screen as well. He literally brought it up on the screen. You know what I'm saying? Going out of his way to be, you could call it edgy, but you could all, it's like I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what he's thinking. I don't know what's going through his head. Clearly not a lot, to be fair, because if anything was going through his head, yeah, this wouldn't happen. Anyway, the last one I want to talk about is Kugan. Why don't you call me? Like, listen, bro. There's a time, for me, yeah, there's a time, yeah. If I was going to tweet about this, I'd have already made the choice to say, listen, man, boom. Never mind, talk about it. You know, for Kugan to come out and say this, I don't really respect what Kugan's doing here, in that sense. In as much as Kugan is using social pressure or social influence to try and down Tyan. But for me, if I was going to say something, if I felt this strongly about something, never mind, why don't you call me? I'd have said, listen, bro, where you at? Send location. Do you know what I'm saying? I have to punch you up. Even if I get punched up. You know one's there? One of them ones. Kugan's got enough money, yeah? Bring some goons with you. Bring some crash dummies and get busy. That's what I'll be saying. Or at least, again, I've been saying for a while now, it's not necessarily about what you do. It's about the perception. So Kugan could have just said, send location. And that in itself would have been, the chances are Tyan ain't going to send location. And even if he does, like I said, go and pay some crash dummies to come with you and punch Tyan up. It don't really matter how you get it done. Do you know what I'm saying? I guess the problem is then, because people like Tyan and his group of friends, they love running to the police. You wouldn't believe how many weirdos, yeah, will do weird things. Do weird things with their fingers and touching places they shouldn't be. And then they the ones calling the police when they get punched up. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a mad thing. They're a special breed, yeah. Predators are a special breed. They like to predate, but when they get got, I've been abused, and it's not right to be physically. I should feel safe in my own house. Yeah, the little girl didn't feel safe in her own house when he was in there doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, it's the predator mentality. That's the way they're built. They're built to be. They kind of blend in. What's that guy from Monsters Inc? And he blends in. That snaky, ratty one, the reptile one. He's always blending in. That's what they do. They blend in, yeah. And then when they get found out, they don't want to get punched up. That's why they go PC or whatever else. Do you understand? Really, I'd have a lot more respect. I respect anyone, yeah. Like, some people don't respect. For example, anyone who's extreme, yeah, in their beliefs, who's willing to die for their beliefs, I respect them, regardless of what they're doing. If you're prepared, you know, if you're prepared to put yourself out there and spend 50 years in jail for what you believe in, I'm not talking about just going and doing completely senseless crimes, but if you're saying, this is how I feel, I'm prepared to get smoked and or locked up forever, I have to respect that. But that's the problem with these predator dons, yeah? They ain't like that. These cats, yeah, if there was a guy out there, yeah, who was saying, listen, man, I like getting busy with my fingers, and come do something. What are you going to do? Come stop me. If there was a guy like that, yeah, I'd say, listen, I don't agree with what he's doing, but more time. You have to respect that he really out there getting it. But then, man, ain't like that. They weaselly, yeah. It'll be your granddad or it'll be your uncle. It'll be the weird uncle. Do you know what's there? Weird. Oh yeah. And they sneak in, and it's all low key. And then they go PC wing. Oh, I've been bullied on the wing. Well, wait there a minute, big man. Yeah, when you was out there doing what you was doing, you know what I'm saying? You was in the power position. Now it's time to stand, to get it how you living. Yeah, and man up. But they ain't. They're like little. I think there's something in the psychology of them. They're almost stuck at the child level. You know, and they almost feel like they're 7-year-olds still themselves. I don't know. I'm just speculating here. But anyway, man, listen. It's wrong. It's nasty. It ain't funny at all. I don't get the joke at all, truth be known. And Kugan should be looking to punch the guy up, truth be known. Yeah, Kugan should be sending for location right now. Forget all the social media rubbish. Social media, yeah, is kind of like what females should do. Females, let me get the crowd to back me up. Kugan, man, you're a big man now. Big man time. Big man thing. It's time to squabble. That's how I feel. That's how, again, either don't say nothing and say the guy's a weirdo and just leave it at that, or you got to be looking to throw hands to defend your kin, to defend your honour. Do you understand? Yeah, this guy, he's been at it for a while as well. This for me should be the final straw. And if you can't do it yourself, like I said, you got coins, go and pay a crash dummy. I'm sure there's a whole bunch of crash dummies, yeah? We know there's a whole bunch of crash dummies. So get someone to crash out for you. And it's one of them ones. Anyway, let me know your thoughts, people. Smash the like button, subscribe, and let off the bell 100%.